Hey everyone, this is like the third time I've done this. I think I have an issue that's intruding on this reading for October 9th, day of the channel message. Thank you for being here. We're going to try it again, and we're going to start with tarot. So maybe you're facing a challenge. So I'm recording this the day before. It's the 8th right now. You might have had something happen today if this is the general energy. And it may be upsetting you. Something happened, like a confrontation. That, I don't know. Let's just get more, let's see. Four of Pentacles. So this is being protective, like overprotective. Like somebody has their guard up about something, okay? And we have this raven. See this raven right here? Four of Pentacles. He's got a pentacle on the end of his nose. He's got him on his tip of his wings, and he has one foot in the air and has one balancing on his toe, or claw, whatever you want to call it. Okay. It looks like he's pretty good in balance, you know, but it's not very good foundation, is it? It's not. Fours are about foundation. This Four of Pentacles typically is like being stingy, you know. So there's a reflection in this card alone about it. Yeah, you have foundation, but it's like not very stable. In Pentacles, it should be stable, but that one's not, right? Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands, this is, of course, these are all ravens with different colors, but she says this firefly. Queen of Wands is about fire. It's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Feminine energy. She is independent, and she's very magnetic. She is passionate. She has really good self-esteem, very creative, you know. So she goes after what she wants, okay? And then I have the Nine of Swords, and this is the energy of coming out of a place of like fear and thinking about the past and thinking about being, so it could be fearing something, thinking about the past, not being able to sleep. That would be the Nine of Swords upright. Nine of Swords reverse is releasing that energy. Okay. It's really not making sense yet. And that's what the last two were too. Magician. So Magician reverse is about self-serving energy. It's about, like I like to say, it's about the Wizard of Oz. You know how Wizard of Oz wanted you to think he was this big, powerful person or entity, and he was just a guy behind a curtain. Okay, that's a trickery here. So between the Queen of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, this is this front. It's an eminent front. There's an old song by the Who, Eminent Front. It's a facade, you see? It's a put on. And so this somebody walking around like they're all that, like it's actually a facade. Because they use it to get what they want. So they protect themselves, and then they act like they're, yeah. So they will be desired, or they can bring what they want to themselves. Okay, let me get the next card. So then I have Knight of Cups reversed. And this is somebody that may, this could be a rejection in love. Like somebody gives you an offer of love and they're rejected. So it could be like a one-sided love affair. Like, you don't really want somebody anymore. You've lost interest, right? So this is between the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords. See, because this person doesn't show up as who they are, then maybe people lose interest in because they realize they're not who they said they were, who they appeared to be. So and this is not unusual in like love affairs. Somebody meets somebody and they act like they're someone else, and they act like they're giving and loving and understanding, but once they settle in, then they become something else. Okay, that's typical with like abusers. you know. But we also get that on the other side because it's a dance. There's a dance back and forth between both people. The person that chose this person and the other person. So this person that chose them wanted somebody like that. But there's something about a knowing that they tricked themselves too. So it goes in both directions. Why do we choose certain people? Because it's what we know in a way. Okay. So they become unhappy because this person wasn't who they said they were, but then the other person may realize that the other person is like dependent. Okay. I know there's a lot of flipping back and forth, but it's very confusing energy. Let's just try to get through it. Between the trickery and the not being able to keep a commitment, unrequited love, we have the Ace of Pentacles. And this is where there's no abundance, and there's no abundance and no moving forward in that place, like building something that's of great value. It blocks it. Okay. So that's where we're at right now. Reflection of how being cut off, being overly confident in a tricky way, and really trying to heal this fear. It's all based on fear. That's what it is. But trying to overcome this would be the reflection of that. Oh. Okay, so let's get some guidance. Now that we have this wound open and it hurts even to look at it. That's the way I feel sometimes when you uncover something you don't want to see, right? It hurts. Now what am I supposed to do with that? Well, let's see. Breakthrough. Well, I guess it's time to break through it, right? Let's get it. I'm going to read this one. Okay, just a moment. So this is number 4. Here's your foundation right here. That's the card of foundation. Let's see what it says about breakthrough. So this is actually, it looks like a portal. It's a triangular portal. Oh, man. 4. It's been really interesting, these readings. Breakthrough resonates to the exhilaration of risk-taking. It requires a loving allowance to begin something new, because new experiences require the old patterns to be dissolved, transmuted, and ultimately transformed. Yay! Success into this shift means that all the pieces come together and things finally make sense. This clarity inspired rays. This clarity inspired rays bring fresh new perspectives and new foundations to be built that will ultimately flourish with ease and grace. What if we got out of our own way? What if we all got out of our own way? Interesting. You may be stepping into unfamiliar territory and you are being asked to have faith. Freedom is important right now, and you must be allowed to express yourself. This is good timing for new partnership or business venture, but it will require your full trust in taking necessarily steps forward into the unknown. And you know what's interesting is my own resistance to this breakthrough. Remember, I kept saying the other readings were about what I'm going through. This is also a time for lightning bolt transformations of a spiritual nature. All for your positive growth. There I am again. So sandstone and red quartz are the companion crystals, and juniper is essential oil. Okay. So remember I was saying, now that we have this and it feels like an open sore, what do we do with it? That this is understanding this is part of the breakthrough, is just looking at the information and how it's been affecting us. And the leap of faith would be to just trying to understand what to do with it. How do we transmute it? Asking that question by our higher self. How do we transmute that? Because you know what? And the readings are like that sometimes. I feel lost in the information right now. Do you feel lost in the information that you're finding out about? Leaves. Okay, I'm just going to do, I'm not going to go through the long version here. We're just going to look at leaves. That's not it. I'm sorry. It's taking me a minute. For some reason, there's a glitch in here. It has the wrong page. Leaves. Let me pause it for a minute. Sorry about that. It's really strange how people do their content. So, okay. Spirit messengers. The leaves are the spirit messengers. Signs and coincidence, serendipity, communication, and luck. Sorrow, painful transition, nostalgia. You may have chosen the Tree of Life Leaves card because you can feel a transition coming on or have experienced or anticipated some loss. This is inevitable, and yet you are being reminded to create this moment now with love. You are living what will soon be the past, only a memory. Give yourself the gift of creating good memories. You will want to look back upon this fleeting time with nostalgia and sentimental appreciation. Your memories, like autumn leaves, will be colored with deep shades of majestic red and gold if you take care now to make wise decisions and enjoy the bounty of this fertile time. Leaves allow us to feel grief, and then they support us in our sorrows. Leaves remind us that loss is part of life on earth. As we move through the cycles, we learn to say goodbye to what is gone. Okay. As we break through and transmute this energy of the past, the stuck energy, the loss, the trickery, the unrequited love, the foundations that were protective, that we felt like we had to be protective of, the nights we didn't sleep and trying to overcome, can be a memory. And it depends how we want to take this information, how we want to remember it. It's up to us. We can remember it as, that was a tough time, but it was worth it. Or we can remember it as, I'll always be a victim. It's up to us. And if we took the higher road because we know we're going to the better place, then what would that mean to you? So that's your homework for today. Take care, and I love you a lot. Bye-bye. It's my homework, too.